You know, guys, I used to think that I am a Superman. Seriously, like a superhero. I can do everything. I could beat anybody in any competition. Any like basketball, volleyball, even running, long distances mostly, pull-ups, push-ups, you name it. And then suddenly something happened. So I ruptured my Achilles tendon like 5 years ago. And then after that moment on, I kind of slowed down. Looks like metabolism slowed down. I was sitting a lot, immobile, right? So I was not moving enough, even though I tried to do certain exercises. But then that was the moment when I gained a lot, and mostly in my abdominal area, especially on the sides. That is terrible, seriously. I tried over and over, I gave up, I couldn't run. And of course, to a lot of people that may sound like mostly excuses, but this phrase that we mostly hear as teenagers, when you ask certain individuals, mostly could be your parents, could be your uncle, right, etc. In my case, for example, I lost my dad when I was like, a young boy, but I had pretty healthy relationship with my uncle. And I asked my uncle, like back then, so let's do the math. So for example, if I was like 13, 14 years old, like I was already very sporty, and I kind of asked him like from time to time, well, like, why don't you work out right now? Because you used to teach me those things, you used to tell me to do certain exercises, right? And now you don't do anything because he used to work out with like first off judo and something else, I forgot, some other martial arts. And also it was the kettle barbells, I think. Are they called kettle bars? No, kettle barbell. Kettle dumbbells. I think they're called kettle dumbbells. So he used to train with kettle dumbbells. He even tried to compete. So he was in pretty good shape with pretty big biceps, right? But we can't say that he was in greatest like bodybuilder shape, no. But again, like what I'm trying to say here is that he said like, now he used to say like he was like 35 plus. Now I am 36. I'm gonna be 37 this year, and I kind of feel like what he said, like I kind of feel it through what he actually tried to tell me back then, because he said like, it feels differently. Now, when you are like 30 plus, 35 plus, again, like you're a parent, like you have a lot of things to take care of in the family, and building a house, for example, in Russia, we're talking about Russia, because back then it was quite challenging time, especially the 90s, after the 90s, etc. Anyway, so he said like it feels, things feel differently right now. And because like you kind of slow down, it's much harder to lose weight, to get rid of all these all these extra necessities that you got over the years through, could be McDonald's, could be anything, whatever joy you had, pleasure you had from eating the maybe not very healthy food, right? But maybe just healthy food, because you gain from everything, right? Anyway, I am sincerely trying to get rid of my extra weight right now. I'm trying to get in shape, and now I am like 90, I think 6 or 7 kilos. We're going to take a look at this number right now. This is the gym. So I'm going to this chain called Lada, and also there's some other story about one particular gym, this experience, very interesting one that I had this week. Let's get in first, all right? So in order to open this door, I first have to purchase, this is just 24 yuan per one visit. So I'm gonna pay now using my WeChat, quick pay, password, all right. All done. Now when it's ready, so I confirm, Wancheng. Now we can Kaiman, right? So we're gonna open and scan the QR code. Now there's beep sound and we can get in. So the thing is that I've been trying to run for 1 month. So the goal was to run 1 kilometer distance within 3 minutes and 17 seconds. This is the fastest time that I ever had in my life. When I was in 11th grade, like 16, 17-year-old boy, I could run a kilometer within this period of time. And that was very impressive. So I actually tried to beat myself this particular record a few times, and it was always around like 3 minutes and 20 seconds, 22 seconds, 18 seconds. But that was back then, before even my university time. But I was also a pretty good runner in my university time. And then, well, I gained a lot over the years, etc. So the point is that now during this 1 month, I started with 8 minutes. 8 minutes, that really shocked me. You know, especially when you have this feeling, you run like 500 meters, you ran 500-meter distance, and you look at the time, it's like 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So it literally means that you have to run like twice faster, right? So within this 1 month, I could drop this 8-minute time down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. The last time I ran 2 days ago, and it was 5 minutes and 25 seconds. That is slow, that is slow. But again, like with my weight, that is too much. So the goal is still there, but there are some improvements. 1 kilogram was lost during this 1 month, and this is terribly not enough. So today, I'm on the machine, treadmill, and we're gonna take a look at the number again. I believe the result is not that truthful comparing with the real run on a real stadium or somewhere else, right, outside. Yeah, anyway, if you have something on your mind, if you have some experience, you please feel free to share it with me in the comment section, all right? Meanwhile, 9 minutes right now, 9 minutes of my warm-up walking, and now I'm gonna start my kilometer, so 840 meters.
Видишь, я сияю, пусть ты в меня не веришь, знай, сияние растворяюсь. Это моя вселенная, видишь, я сияю.
Basically, the result that I showed right now was 5 minutes and approximately 20 seconds. That was the first attempt, even though usually I run much faster, but again, usually I run much slower, but the thing is that today I did it on camera, especially for you guys, so it was faster. Even though one professional runner, I have one student, I teach him English. He actually is a marathoner, professional marathon runner, so he says I should not exceed 160 beats per minute. So heart rate is incredibly important, so it would be better to just stay under 140. So yeah, anyway, I'm still learning, trying to adapt myself, my body, my feelings, and my routine. So right now, I think we can go and check my bioimpedance analysis. So we're gonna see the density of my muscles and fat. We're gonna see the scanner, all right? Let's check it out. And my body weight, of course. I'm sure such machines are also present in your gym, or at least you've seen from time to time such things. So you have to take off your socks, and basically there are those footprints right here, like that. You stand on them, then, okay, then I forgot my phone. So here's the phone. I'm gonna get registered in the system first. Let's see, the scan, Salma. Right, here we go. We are in the system, and now I simply have to wait up. What are you waiting for? Okay, here we go. So my height, 179 centimeters, even though everywhere I see 180, but I think I'm not 180, I think 179. And then Nianding, so I am 36, and I'm male, and Chedin. Okay, my weight, 98.7 kilograms. Wow, that's crazy. So no, I didn't lose any weight within a month. Okay, so we got 42 kilograms of muscles and 25.4% of fat. So yeah, I am really fat right now, even though I have a lot of muscles, 42 kilograms, that's above average. But fat, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I can even measure myself here, looking at my actual height. Nobody. Can you believe it? There's no lineup for making your body better, right? That's the most controversial thing I think in the world right now, because people want to have a better body, right? But have you ever seen any lineup? Like, oh, I want to, to build a better body, right? And there's a lineup, there's a huge queue, right? No. The hard work is the most difficult thing to go through, right? So, which is why there's no lineup. It's available for everybody, right? The gym is available. If gym is not available, then the pull-up bar is available. If pull-up bar is not available, then the floor is available. Do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, etc. So, you gotta move your ass. Yeah, speaking the person who is like 25% fat. It's been a long time without you, my friend. Barbell. Yeah, for such a long period of time I didn't touch you. Right. Oh gosh.
Ведь я знаю, что такое любовь. Я сияю.
The thing is that I'm trying to avoid some vertical load because, well, I was a weightlifter, I could say power lifter, when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And back then, I got some pretty impressive results. For example, well, not talking about numbers, I was like 67 kilograms back then, and I could lift 67, yes, you heard me right. So I could lift 2.5 of my own weight, which is kind of cool, 155 kilograms. That was my competitive weight that I could lift. I'm talking about the deadlift. Right, it's not the most impressive weight, of course, I understand, but it's also not something that I should underestimate. So it was pretty cool for my age. But I was chasing the big weight so much, so I can say I, in a way, damaged my spine. So it was not a severe damage, but I felt it over the years more and more often. So I feel some awkwardness within my spinal discs. So yeah, right now I'm just, every time when I do anything, like with dumbbells, barbell, anything that I'm going to lift up, standing, sitting, vertically, I'm going to have some bad feelings within like a day. And for like the next 3-4 days, I will have back pain. So for now, I try to stay away from vertical loads. But this one is absolutely okay. Guys, I've just recalled something really funny. You remember the movie Gentleman? Raymond in Gentleman, he said, "You couldn't lift a wheel of cheese, you cunt." So, right, okay. That's not me. I can't. I'm not brown. Even though you're fat like me, right? But I want to say a fatso is not necessarily a bad lifter, a weightlifter. When we are looking at the open category, when it comes to weightlifting, powerlifting, they have really big bellies, right? And again, like in my case, fortunately, I don't have a big belly, but over the years of practice, over the years of working out, and it's been a style of my life. I can say, of course, I do now everything in accordance with my own feelings. I feel it works good. I feel like I have some pain, something sores, I just don't do it. Especially when I ruptured my Achilles tendon, because on the same day, I had certain soreness because I played tennis and I had soreness in my Achilles tendon, and I've decided to warm up longer, more, do some stretching exercises. And then I ruptured it, playing with kids in the park, playing football. And yes, we did some gymnastics too, but in general it was just jumps mostly. So I'm just saying, The thing is that you always have to feel your body. Whatever happens, whatever you feel is wrong, some soreness, some pain, you just stop, you do it later. Next few days, not today. Your body is a spring, like a spring. There must be some goal. Everybody has a goal when you're working out. So my goal, and just like in your case, and I'm sure in anybody else's male goal would be the same thing, you know, to have this V body, like superheroic body, right? To have this V shape. And for that regard, there is a stretching, because stretching is something that everybody, okay, not everybody, but a lot of people underestimate. For example, in this case, you try to bend your body like this, try to lean forward, and try to feel your laterals, all right? And then another one would be this one. Right. The upper part, the upper arm, you're pushing. The lower arm is pulling. Then switch. Remember, the lower arm is pulling, the upper arm is pushing. And you stay like this, all right, until you get the right feeling. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, switch, 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 back and forth. Right. Whew. And then this is exactly what you're doing between the sets, between the reps, all right? The next exercise is the chest press, even though I feel like for years this is the muscle group that I had a lack of. And I think I just learned how to feel this muscle group just in the recent years. But the dumbbell press, I think it does its magic. And again, you just have to keep doing it. This is my second rep. I still count it as a warm-up. I do a pause at the bottom just to add some stretching, because I still feel like stretching is the most important thing when it comes to muscle growth. So we started from 10 kilograms, then 12, 14, 16, 18. Now I skip the 20s and I am now at 22 kilograms. Let's move on. So then I take 4 and do some stretching. So now I'm gonna do my last set, which is 28 kilograms. This is not my maximum, but this is gonna be my maximum for today, because I don't like to play with maximum weight. This is not a joke. The problem with maximum weight is not it's that just dangerous, not only that dangerous, but the thing is that you stop feeling your muscles. So the moment you lower the weight, that's the moment when you will actually feel the stretch, the pump in your muscle. This in particular, I think, is a bit weird exercise for the front deltoid, but at the same time, it also works on your chest too. Some loud guy just showed up. He's loud. He has the Chinese flag on his backpack. He's a serious guy, a serious dude that you shouldn't mess up with, right? Yeah, we know those. He came here for a serious exercise. Ooh. 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 All right, so the goal for today has been complete. I'm talking about the first half of the day because my goal for daily calorie burn is 1,100. Today, 540 calories have been burned. So yeah, it's a good thing. Now, at the end of this video, I'm gonna quickly tell you about, oh, by the way, yes, I ran the second time, so the second kilometer. And frankly speaking, I didn't want to force myself, because again, heartbeat tried to exceed 160 beats per minute, so I've decided not to go higher, and I simply stayed within the 160 beats per minute. So I ran within the same time. Again, 5 minutes and approximately 20 seconds, because there is always a delay when you run on a treadmill, the way that you count the time. So anyway, the bonus about pricing and the gyms in China, for example, I'm gonna use one experience of this week. So I went to the gym for a trial workout. In China, usually you go to the gym, the first trial workout is given for you for free. You feel free to feel the gym, the environment, the machines, etc. So I did. And they add your WeChat. WeChat is kind of, you know, Chinese WhatsApp. They sent me information and of course, like the pricing, the calculations, the classes, the group classes, and etc. But I don't need any of those. I just need a workout, right? So the point is that the price is 300 yuan. 300 yuan is like, it's like something like $70 US. And basically, yeah, that's the price. So I've decided to go, and so I went. The machines, like the whole gym, like everything is new, so it's great. And I've decided to have a go at this one. And then basically what happened, so I show up in the gym. It was raining outside, so I came up like half wet, and I was very excited to start working out, like with new motivation in the new gym, etc. And then I scanned the code the guy sent me. The promoter of the gym, he sent me the code, so I scanned the code, the QR, and I was supposed to log in. I did, and then I was supposed to purchase the membership card, but it didn't work out because it required the Chinese ID, Chinese Hojian, so which I don't have, of course. So I decided to just directly go to the gym to resolve the problem at the place, and they said like, no, you just everything's online, so just buy everything there. So I said like, look, here's the screenshot, take a look, I can scan in, I can log in again and show you. It's not possible for a foreigner to get in. So they said like, oh, right, so don't you have a Chinese friend? I was like, what for? You know, just ask any Chinese friend to give his or her ID. It's like, really? Is that simple? Like, can you actually ask any local for your ID, even though like he or she is your friend? Nobody in China will give your ID. Of course, that's a holy grail. Nobody's going to touch it. And basically, the solution was that they tried to come up with an idea of some fake ID. They came up with some other ID number, trying to create an ID for me. We wrote my name in Chinese, which is Anthony, and well, nothing worked out, because at the end, they said like, okay, here you go, you can pay. So I go via the link and I'm ready to pay, and the price is double. It's like, what the hell, man? Like the original price was this, and now it's the double price. It's like, yeah, you know, the original price is just for 6 months. For 6 months, that's 6 in Chinese. It's like, what are you talking about? Like 6 months? But originally you guys actually dragged me. You dragged my butt into this place using this price, and you sure thing you do the same thing with everybody else, right? So anyway, the point is I said, thank you very much, off me go, right? So yeah, and I went out. So in China, you always be careful. For example, we were seriously thinking about purchasing an RV in China, and we found one with a very good price, the new one, right? I was like, wow, 50% price again. And of course they were fishing, and they succeeded because it was just crazy conditions under which we were supposed to be the owners of the RV we purchase, and then the contract obligations say that we actually have to cooperate from time to time, lending our RV to some other people. If they have found some other clients, then we are supposed to give our RV away. Anyway, that's ridiculous. In China, there are just so many very weird, strange schemes. So be careful with that. People can be very tricky, not just in China, everywhere, of course, right? But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Stay pumped, stay tuned, and be just healthy, all right? See you in the next one. Bye. I'm gonna have lunch now. 5 eggs. I said, my wife, please. I need 5 eggs. There's some salad and there's some spaghetti, but I'll try to stay away from spaghetti, all right?